Happy birthday.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, hurry up, I can't wait. Oh, beautiful.
And will you
One of America's most famous artists, Beatrice Wood, is celebrating her 100th birthday, though you'd never know it. She works full-time and lives with two much younger men. She reckons that's one of the secrets of staying young.
It reminds me of sex. She won't respond.
You have to wait for a cake. You're rather unfortunate.
Ram Pravesh, RP, is 30 years younger, while David is at least 60 years her junior. But what's extraordinary about Beatrice Wood is her youthful enthusiasm for life.
I don't accept that I'm 100. I'm only 100 to you who think so. To me, I'm 32. That's my official age.
Why 32 rather
Because I
than...
like the sound of it. No other reason.
David, an artist, is her apprentice and assistant. She met R.P. Singh travelling in India. He was so enamoured with her, he gave up his job as a diplomat and moved to California to be her manager.
Oh, it looks sexy.
With Singh, I don't get along, but I'm very fond of him. I think he's a very fine person, but we just have different points of view, and this keeps this place alive, because we're always fighting, discussing. I think he's a fool.
Have you ever been in love with him?
Well,
Have you ever been in love with him?
I've been as much in love with him as I have with other men. It's very hard for me to know a nice man and not be in love. The UP man calls me Beatrice. I call him Lover Boy. I love it. He brings me packages. But unfortunately, he heard that I called him Lover Boy, so when he brings packages here, he rushes away, frightened for his virtue, I think. I love it when Lover Boy comes. But Lover Boy is not one driver, it's the whole UP system.
While most people who reach 100 are likely to have retired 30 years ago, Beatrice works full-time and has no plans to slow down.
I think my work improves as I grow older. It's just, as I've always said, you take a young wife, she doesn't know how to cook, she doesn't know how to make an omelet. 5 years after, she can be a gourmet cook through experience. And you see, if we're really creatively working, interested in what we're doing, our techniques develop and improve. The way I work, it's very intangible, but just that I'm always more or less experimenting, because I have to have money to live, but I'm really not interested in money. I mean, to have great sums of money means nothing to me, but I know I have to have enough money to run my place, to buy books, and to buy saris, and there it ends. All right.
She spent a lifetime travelling the world, working and socialising with the cultural giants of this century, from the French Impressionists to Isadora Duncan and Andy Warhol. He wanted to have an affair with her, but she wasn't interested. As a teenager, Monet was her inspiration.
I found out where Monet lived. So I went and I stood in front of his garden watching him. And this beautiful head, this old man with the white beard, and this garden, it was just like his paintings. I never met him, I just watched. And then I painted myself.
After the First World War, Beatrice was involved in a love triangle that was the inspiration for the classic François Truffaut film, Jules and Jim. She was involved with author Henri-Pierre Rocher and artist Marcel Duchamp.
My relationship with Rocher was very much more of a possessive, monogamous thing, the kind of relationship I like, while with Duchamp, We were very close. We didn't have to talk, and we just had, we were easily on the same beam. So when I left to return to California, my heart wasn't broken. It was broken with Rocher.
What have you learned about relationships with men?
I think they're very important to a woman. A woman who's a spinster is rather a dry oyster. I think it's wonderful for people to have relationships with each other. It's the only way we learn. And I've learned that all men are bastards. That's all I can say. But I love them.
There are two other passions in Beatrice's life.
I love chocolate. When I was in a convent in Paris at 7, they gave us chocolate every day at 7 o'clock, at 4 o'clock. I've been weaned on chocolate and I love it.
Her other great love is Ojai in Southern California, where she's lived and worked for the past 40 years.
Something in the air. I love the mountains. What more could I ask for? There's only one thing more that I could ask, because I think I have as much as any human being can have. A beautiful home, a beautiful view, many wonderful friends, freedom to work the way I want. The only thing that isn't perfect is that I sleep with an electric blanket at night.